when you scan something that is a raster drawing, such as a bitmap, JPEG, or a PNG file, you'll find that your scanner is going to read a lot of colors. And the first thing that you want to do is to reduce the size of the image by moving in the box around that image. If you can't get all of the magnets, don't worry about it, because we can erase those. Right now it's showing that I have 10 colors, and I want it to remove the background, so I'll make sure that remove background is set. If I wanted to have a line on the outside, I would select this like an outline. I don't want that in this instance, and I'll leave it at 10 and choose okay. It's recognized this image, and if you notice the different colors that you see on the screen, these are the areas where the scanner read a different color. At this point, I want to press set, and I can remove the background image if I want by moving the arrow to the far right. But the first thing I want to do is to reduce the size of this image. I'll reduce it proportionally till it's about, let's make it a little bit larger, about 5 inches. And I also want to rotate it, so I'll choose rotate and rotate it 90 degrees, and I'll choose OK. Now I want to enlarge it so that I can remove some of the unwanted areas, such as the magnets. I can choose the eraser, or I can choose the selection box and select that area, being careful not to select my design, and choose cut. Okay, now I want to apply color to my image. I'll reduce it a little bit so you can see more of it. Using the region fill properties, I'm going to choose the fill stitch, and choose OK, and choose the flood fill, and I'll touch it to the interior of this design, so that way you can see some of the areas that aren't being colored the same. Using the eyedropper, I'll touch the eyedropper to an area on the design, and I'll use the flood fill and touch these other areas. But I can tell if I enlarge this design a little bit more that there's several pixels that aren't colored. Another way of taking care of this is to use a paintbrush and to paint over those areas. What I like to do when I'm doing this is to make it a larger file. I'm going to clear this because that process is somewhat tedious, and show you design, this very same design that I already cleaned up. Okay, so this was my little design that I had cleaned up. I brought this design into the embroidery file and I added a name to it, and then I stitched it out.